Okay, an organized started the recording. Okay, so that's doing good there. Recording now. This is the beginning of a whole new way of doing business worldwide on the internet today. I know that's a tall statement, but stay with me. I've been doing it for 20 years. I've been a broker for over 40 years. And what you're going to see coming on a screen in a moment are people who are doing deals that are not on a real estate board. Now, these should be able to be coming on the screen here. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to let that play through for a minute. And the reason why everybody's taking their busy time out here today is because there's a lot of money to be made in real estate. The people that are at home and here, if you open up the app right now, just open up the app on your phone. I'm going to have to help you afterwards. Okay. Open up the app, click on the word more. Everybody at home and in class, click on the app. And when you do, click on the word more, and you're going to get this on the screen. Do you have it? You can show it to me once in a while. Oh, perfect. Nicely done. The fourth one down says testimonials. Can you please click on that? And once it comes up, go through the screen slowly and sort of look at the pictures and look at the deals that are going on. And we used to hand out this special page. It's 50 pages of testimonials. We used to hand it out, but instead of handing it out, oh, here it is. These are 50 pages of testimonials of people that are doing deals. And actually, I can do one thing on your phone. Open up Google Chrome, and I'll help you put this shortcut on your screen. The people that cannot get into the App Store, you should do a shortcut. You go to Google and type in iciworld.mobi. Just type in iciworld.mobi, M-O-B-I right there. And what you're going to see are the testimonials coming in of all the brokers that are doing deals with exclusive information that is not on the Toronto Real Estate Board. You can work both together too. You can still advertise all your real estate board listings. .mobi. There's no dot there. It's iciworld.mobi.
ICI World,
it's all one word, that's right. And the reason I'm showing you that is that you can see that you're not wasting your time coming here today, that every broker and salesperson that's on this network can be doing deals such as what you see on the screen. And until you see it, it's hard to believe that you can be doing so much business, brokers making more money than sometimes you can make on the Toronto Real Estate Board. Go ahead and search that. And but what I like about it is you can do both. It's a tool. You can use the MLS, but you can also use exclusive information. It's
they
just
don't
like
overlap.
They don't overlap. They actually complement each other. And the reason is, if you can get a signed listing, that's wonderful. Put it on the Toronto Real Estate Board. But a lot of times people are going to say to you that I don't want to give you a listing. But if you pay a commission, if you pay me a commission, you bring me in a buyer, I'll pay you a commission. And there you go. I've got the mobile site on the screen. I'm going to click on those three dots. And I'm going to click on Add to Home Screen and click on Add and click on Add. And now you've got it on your home screen. You can go down to testimonials, click on that, and you can start reading them the same as we are right now. Okay? So in other words, there's a difference between an app and a shortcut. An app will use up some resources on your phone, but the shortcut uses up 0 resources. That's going to be important in the future when you have a mobile website. There is a way that you can get your mobile website. We're recommending from a marketing point of view that you should get your mobile website and get every one of your customers to put your mobile website on their phone. And we just did it there using Add to Home Screen. So in other words, you can add a shortcut to the home screen, and that way all of your customers can have your website on their phone. Anytime they're searching for real estate, they pull up your website on their phone. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Yeah. How many people like that? How many? Hey, okay. So this means if you have 200 customers, everybody's over the next year, you try to get them all to put your mobile website on their phone as a shortcut. Uses up 0 resources. Sometimes people don't want to put it on because they say my phone's going dead by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, you do a shortcut, it uses up 0 resources. And what they're going to do is they can give you a call on any one of these exclusive listings, and it's going to give you a chance to network exclusive information, which there's a special way to do it in compliance with RICO, and we're going to be covering that today. You should not work exclusive information until you have taken our complete course, and or you can listen to this particular video at any time in the future. We will be putting it on our ICIWorld.tv YouTube channel. Everyone who's now got this in class, you can actually start to take notes right now, and I would mark down ICIWorld.tv. I would just write it in the blank space at the top or the bottom. The people that are at home, there is a way that you can print out. Let me see if it's easy enough to find the printout here of the actual PowerPoint presentation. There are some handouts there, and it looks like I don't have it there, but there's an application form, handouts, orientation. You could print out the orientation and then take notes on that. And one of the notes that you should be marking down is ICIWorld.tv, and then that way you can listen to these videos and all our other educational videos that we have specifically designed for real estate brokers and salespeople to serve the public. It gives them a much greater opportunity to find real estate opportunities in the marketplace, in addition to the real estate board. And working hand in hand with the real estate board is wonderful. In fact, we're going to give out a survey at the end of this session, and the survey is going to request that you fill it in and give us your feedback. And one of the questions is, would you like this service to be provided by your real estate board? And we're getting positive answers all the way through. And that's what we would like to do, eventually have this service taken over by all the real estate boards of the world. Now I'm going to stop the, if I can figure out how to do this, where is the webcam? I'm just going to stop the webcam for the moment so it takes up less of the screen. And we're going to kind of continue on and move right on into our seminar. Any questions before we get started? Most of the questions that you might ask today are all going to be answered during the session. Some people have got, the problem that we have when we do these sessions is that I cannot speak as fast as everybody is thinking right now. So everybody has to sort of have a little patience for me to kind of get through it. But I can tell you that there's a tremendous amount of money to be made by utilizing this information, not just on our service, but there's ways to utilize the information in the marketplace. So that's the first thing everyone should do. We do have a special, I'm mentioning it now because there's people that have to leave partway here, but we have a special up until this Friday. If you go to the very bottom screen down here, you'll see NREILS.com, and I'm going to click on that right now. And let's see if we can get it to come up on the screen. It's part of our National Real Estate Information Listing Service. We are not an MLS listing service. I've served on real estate boards and I've served on MLS committees over time, and there's a big difference, and you're going to see the big difference. MLS is the backbone of our industry. It's absolutely the most powerful way that you can sell real estate, but it is not the only way to sell real estate, and we're going to be covering that today. For the people that want to learn more, you can go to this site, National Real Estate Information Listing Service. The short form is NREILS.com. You'll see that right there. We have over 100 websites on the internet, over 38,000 pages that are displaying information instantly on the internet. So when you add a have or a want, it is instantly displayed on the internet in 38,000 places. It's also displayed on 1,500 other brokers' websites instantly. There's also 20,000 emails that deliver your information out to the industry daily to the public, and it's getting tremendous exposure on the internet. ICI World powers all these websites, so once you're a member of any one of our services here, you'll actually be a member of all of the various websites that we have on the internet. And one way to go is to this particular Join Today right there button, and if you were to click on that, you're going to see a special that will be available till today only. And I'm actually not going to show the special. You'll have to go there to see it because we'll be taking it down next week. This video will be surviving today's session because it'll be recorded and put on the internet. And these are limited time specials that you have to do things on our service. But you can take advantage of that later. Okay, let's get going. Here we go. All right, now, the reason why we're here is there's 3.7 billion people that are using the internet, and 60% of them are using mobile devices. There's actually more mobile devices in the world today than there are people in the world. So it's very exciting to be able to network worldwide and to do it in such a fashion that it's basically, you could even say it's basically free for what's involved here and what's going on. ICI World is a society of real estate brokers and salespeople, and we're networking exclusive real estate, and all the members are advertising their listings, and we do it on mobile devices and computers, reaching people locally and in 138 countries in seconds. We only allow licensed real estate brokers and salespeople to join the service. Okay, it's free for the public. They can go there and search. You can even go there and search. There is no charge until such time as you personally wish to advertise. And for brokers, there's a fee of basically, in fact, I think it comes up on this next screen. That's our amount to get started anytime online, $40 per month, $319 per year, just so that you know you're dealing with over this next hour and change here. It's unlimited advertising, and it triggers, we have a special button that's going to go on your website. I'm going to be demonstrating it in a moment, that you can actually operate this global service. You can provide this global service from your personal website. And we're going to be demonstrating how that happens. And what's very special about that is we have structured it so that for members, the public cannot click on the message numbers. They have to call you for more information. So in other words, we're giving you all this content free on your website, but you get the calls. I'm going to be demonstrating that in a moment. So it's very, very exciting. This is over 20 years in the making doing this stuff. It's taken many, many, many years to go through the school of hard knocks to find out what works, what doesn't work, and to make it compatible with every service, every company that is in the real estate business. It took a long, long time to get legal things done here. For instance, every single listing had to be agreed to by each individual broker so that they answer the question, will you allow your listings to be advertised on other brokers' websites? And it's basically in the same situation where MLS got started, and believe it or not, everyone thinks it got started in the 1960s, 70s, 80s, or 90s. MLS actually got started in the late 1800s, where brokers got around a table like this and says, well, if you let me sell your listing, I'll let you sell my listing. And this is the same concept that we're now doing with information, basically the very same. And it's working out very, very exciting. You saw a lot of the testimonials, and that's just the very beginning to show people that the last 20 years it's working smooth as a baby's bum. But there's people that have to learn how to make it work. And for that reason, we have something else that we'll be giving everyone else here at this meeting today. And it happens to be something special called an orientation file. This orientation file is literally a broker's checklist. It's like a pilot's checklist for a broker. It's called orientation, such as you see there. And I put the link in the GoToMeeting seminar there, where you can actually print it out right now. It's 8 pages, and you can print it out. It's a pilot's checklist for a broker, because we've had brokers that did not make money, and now we don't leave it to chance. We list everything that you must and should be doing. And what's nice about it, once you know what's going on, the only 2 things you're going to do is to search from time to time, and every single member, every single salesperson in the business, whether you're a member or not, should be able to search within 3 to 5 seconds. And I'm going to be demonstrating that in a moment. The only other thing is to add your listings from time to time. You can add it, and it has worldwide exposure basically instantly. And it can trigger leads within 5 minutes, even while we're online here. You could put a listing on and be getting a call. Now, the other thing we added is, because we're a service that's always searching to do the very best for you, and we think that having an independent service do this is something that maybe a large service might not do. But one of the things we've added is something special called an ICI World Corporate VIP card, which literally has hundreds of dollars in savings. So if you join today, you'll actually end up getting a VIP card, which entitles you to hundreds of dollars of discounts. And that's what these are right here. I'm showing the people in our room. These are VIP cards. We've had one broker, he saved $200 renting a car in San Francisco. Another one, you'll be getting it at the end of the session once you join. Okay, and people, if you went to Canada's Wonderland, one person saved $80 for their family. And so there's lots of discounts that you can be getting for hotels, travel, rent-a-cars, certain restaurants, and all that kind of stuff. Everyone's going to be getting that. And it should really be that you end up saving more than even the price of joining today, which there is a special today joining, which I'll talk about a little later. So the 4 ways that we often say that our membership, although you have to join and pay to join, once you join, it actually becomes free for basically the rest of your life. And there's the 4 reasons, the VIP card. We also have a referral program. If you refer someone else to join, your renewal rate can be reduced by 25%. And if you get any more than 1 joining, you get 3 months for each one. And we have many people that have referred 4 people. You basically get a year free. The other way is doing referrals from your own website. We have the best one that I know of is a broker out of Peterborough. A Remax agent has done 15 referrals, triggering leads from the links to listings that we put on the website for each and every one of you. Somebody calls you on a listing and they'll say, can you help me? And you're going to say, yes, we certainly can help you. We will have someone call you back. You get a hold of the other broker. You say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? You can be a part-time agent. You can be a retired broker, and you can be doing referrals by triggering leads off your personal website if you have the content, which I'm going to be showing you the content in a moment. And that's just so wonderful. And of course, for the full-time people, it's good for them because it's more exposure in the marketplace, and they are the receiving end of those referrals. And so it's wonderful to have a listing and then also to get an incoming referral on the buying side as well. So it actually helps the full-time listing agents as well. And of course, selling real estate. I don't know how you can even figure out an IRR if you join the service for $319 and make $1 million. We've got some people who have actually made over $1 million on our service. Read the testimonials and you'll read about how they're going about and how they're doing it. It happened to be 3 land deals that one particular broker did, 3 large transactions. Adding and modifying, deleting listings, just to show you how quickly things can be done. You basically go to ICIWorld.com. We recommend that every single person maintains a minimum of 15 haves and wants. That's because we can teach you how to work exclusive information, which is a lot easier to work than getting a signed listing. And if I was to ask everyone listening now and also in the room how many listings you have on if it's the Toronto Real Estate Board you belong to, or any real estate board, whether you're in Florida, California, British Columbia, it doesn't matter. How many listings would you have? Is there anybody that has more than 5? 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the average in North America, is 1 or 2 listings on a real estate board. Now, some people have more. They might have maybe a leasing of a plaza, and they've got 7 leasing. I'm talking about unique individual listings. However, if you look at exclusive information in the marketplace, everyone should have at least 15 opportunities, and I'm going to go through the sources of those 15 opportunities, any one of which can trigger leads. And to a certain extent, marketing is a lot like fishing. If you don't put your line in the water, you have no chance to put food on the table, so to speak. So you've got to have things working in the marketplace for you. Okay, so let's go and show you how it actually works, putting listings on the service when you're ready. And we actually have a training session that we provide to every single member that joins here. Let me just see if I can pull up our main website here. And our main website is the ICIWorld.com. It can be done from other sites as well. So this is the main website that everyone can kind of get used to, and you get used to our new sites in the future. But in order to get through this right away, we're just going to use this one site for demonstration purposes. And you're going to see over here where it says log in, which I'm going to click on log in. And it brings up a screen right here that, by the way, I just so happened that my mom passed away just last week. And I put a message up there, and everyone respected that I was going to be away for a week. And thank you for mentioning that right now. And I appreciate that very much. But she was so proud of me doing this service. Okay, let's move on here. Let's click on add, have one. And my membership is expired, but let me, that wasn't me. I was logging in as someone else. So I'm just going to go ahead here and log in. And let's see if I can remember my password. Let's see if I get in here. Yes, we did. I'm going to update the password. When you want to add a listing, you simply click on add, have one on the left. Now, has anybody got a listing here in the office right now? We're not going to put it on, but I want to show people how it's done. One listing at all? Anyone?
Excuse me?
Do you have one listing? Anything at all? Okay, can you, what kind of property is it?
It's a detached.
It's a home, a freehold home in Mississauga? In Oakville? Okay, so how you would put the listing on, you would type in Oakville, and I'll say freehold townhome, is it?
No, it's detached.
It's a detached, okay, detached home. And what's the price on it?
2.258.
2.258, like that? Is that correct? 2,258,000?
Yeah, I couldn't see it at the end.
Okay, it's kind of hard to see up there on that. Wait a minute, maybe I can make it a touch bigger. Does that help a little bit?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, now
And
you'll.
it's in Canada.
And okay, we're going to cover that here in a moment. But if you notice, there's a subject line help here that says, please remember the 4 ingredients. It is this subject line that is circulated to the world. It is this subject line that appears instantly on 38,000 pages on the internet, that also gets read by 20,000 people daily on email going out. So we want to structure it with 4 ingredients in the subject line. The first one is location. We do not mean the exact address, and I'm going to be talking about that in the future. We never mean the exact address, whereas on MLS, you'll see addresses all the time. You do not see addresses on all the 38,000 listings that are on ICI. I'm going to cover that. Okay, and that's because if you don't have a signed listing, people can go behind your back. Okay, and what you want to do is put a signed listing in place first before divulging an address or before showing the property. That's one reason. There's other reasons as well. So what we suggest is you put the location, Oakville, for instance, the type of property, it's a home, the price, but you'll notice there's something special over here, which you can't see because this is in the way. Let me just see if I can move that out of the way. Oh, brother, I can't move it. Okay, there we go. And it's called sizzle. Sizzle means, what's so good about this home? And this is a question now to you. What's your first name?
Athena.
Athena? Thank you. What's so good about this home? All the other homes around $2.5 to $3 million in that Oakville area. What's so special about this one?
It's a custom built.
Custom built, okay. Is it near the waterfront?
No, but.
What about the area that it's in? Is it in the area of other $3 million homes? Okay. In area of, $3 million homes. Anything else? It's got granite counters and all that?
Yeah.
Granite counters. Has it got triple garage or double?
Double garage.
Double garage. Okay. Large yard, ravine lot or anything?
Pie-shaped lot.
Pie-shaped lot. Okay. Is it 3,000? It's got a pool?
It's got a pool.
Okay, very good. How many square feet roughly?
Over 3,000 square feet.
Okay, all right. You want to say 3,000 plus square feet? Okay, and so that's what you can put in, just something simple like that.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you choose Canada, and then you choose Ontario, you choose Greater Toronto, and then you come down here and you can choose the city. Oopsie daisy, and just choose Oakville. And then the residential one is residential estates, single family homes, condos, cottages, and vacation homes. That's the category. You simply repeat it again. It's a home in Oakville, and it's I don't know what the price is. I'm just gonna for essence just to try to type it in quickly. I know it's different, but we're not going to be putting this listing in. And then what we usually do is copy all of that and then come down here and add it into the comments area. And here there is no limit, whereas there was a limit in the subject line. The next thing we do is actually add a link to the city of Toronto because it's close to the city of Toronto. We might just say it's 30 minutes to Toronto. Minutes to Toronto. We would put that link into the listing and add the link there. And the other link that we would put in is maybe to the town of Oakville. And so you could actually just change all of this. And I happen to know that the link to Oakville is oakville.ca. What this does is it helps to sell Oakville to the world. And I have a saying from doing this on the internet for the last 20 years that the majority of brokers have not really arrived on the internet in an effective fashion because what everybody's doing are throwing properties on the internet with no due regard to the location. And when you think about it, the three most important words in real estate are actually being missed. Location, location, location. And this helps to sell Oakville to the world. Now, if I was to take this particular link that people will be able to see in the listing, if we were to put it on, I'm going to show you what people would see if they click on it. So they could see this listing from any place in the world. And they can click on the town of Oakville. And isn't this wonderful the way Oakville will come up? This helps to sell the location to the world. So those links, you can put in the links when you advertise on ICI World. You will also have links to your own website as well. Now, normally within a website, there's even a better place to link to. And you'll notice that there's a button here called For Business. And in the business, there's usually an economic development office here. And I'm going to go down to that because they have the task of trying to bring people into the Oakville area. And I'm looking for the top 10 reasons to locate in Oakville. And you tell me if this isn't wonderful. This helps to sell Oakville to the world. You can do this for Toronto, Mississauga. Hazel McCallion, long time ago, designed the very first website that had the top 10 reasons to locate in Mississauga. And eventually, we got all the real estate brokers in Ontario to go talk to their local economic development offices and do the same thing. The top 10 reasons why you should locate. Keep in mind, ICI World has people from 138 countries that are coming in here on a daily basis. So we're really marketing to the whole world. And now with the increase from 250,000 in immigration, in fact, the population of Canada would actually be going down if it wasn't for immigration. And it's gone from 250,000 a year to 300,000, and they're stepping it up right up to 350,000. So it's getting even more, and you can get the benefit. And we got all kinds of stories of people coming in from offshore buying properties through the brokers on this network. So that's some of the things that you can do there for the listings. Then when you go down to the bottom, here's where it gets very exciting. And you're going to notice that there's an item called control. Now, in this particular case, does it happen to be MLS or no? It happens to be MLS. But let's say it was not. And there's a lot of people that don't want their properties for one reason or another, the interior of the homes all over the internet. A lot of people like them done on a more of an exclusive basis. And if it was exclusive, you could choose exclusive. Isn't that neat? Now, if it was just a regular client of yours that says, look, you're my friend, bring me in a buyer for my property, and then I'll pay you a commission, you could use the regular client right there. And you could put this on the internet on their behalf with their permission. The key thing is do not put the address. And I'm going to be reinforcing that here because part of our training today is to show you how to do things in compliance with your licensing body, whether it's in Ontario, whether it's in Florida, British Columbia, California, it doesn't matter where it is. We recommend you do not put the address on ICI World. You try to trigger the lead during the term of the listing. Identify the person during the term that you have it. And then if you wish to give it to them, at least you know who you're dealing with. So that someday if somebody tries to buy things around your back or after the listing expires, at least you've identified them during the term of the listing. And if you put the address on there, if you put the picture on there, people can end up going direct, talking to the owner and saying, listen, when does the listing expire? Next week, next month. Do you mind? I'm going to come back and talk to you then. And if you haven't relisted it, I'll talk to you about maybe making an offer. And then the owner doesn't want to relist it with you. You wonder why. You've done a great job. You've held open houses. You've done advertising, marketing, printed brochures, and they don't want to relist with you. And you wonder why not. Could it be that somebody has talked to them? And then 2 months later, you find out the person says, well, I sold the property myself. It could have been to somebody that found out about it when it was for sale by you. So we're recommending that you actually don't put addresses out here. And then you get people to call you. And then if they don't like that property, you have a chance to maybe sell them another one. But at least you've identified the person during the term of your listing or the time that you have it for sale. Once you add the listing, the last question on the screen says, will you allow your listings to be advertised on other brokers' websites? We always recommend yes. And the reason is it's greater exposure in the marketplace. If you could have your listing on 2,000 other brokers' websites throughout the province of Ontario and the rest of the world, you can end up getting incoming referrals from the rest of the province for your one particular listing. Somebody moving from Sudbury, moving down to the GTA, could end up giving you a call on this, and it can be a referral from a broker that's in Sudbury and vice versa. To see what the listing looks like after it's gone in, I'm going to click on this button on the left here, and everyone should always check your listings. By the way, this goes for every member that's on the network. Check your listings after you put them in. We even check listings when we put the listings in, and if we do it, you should be doing it. I'm going to click on Latest World Residential, and you're going to see listings coming in here. And you'll see some from Florida, and there's a bunch from Florida coming in, and there's one in Waterdown, for instance, 2 years new. And I'm just going to click on this particular one here just for the sake of argument. And there's a property coming in for $899,000, and there it is. And if anybody's interested, give her a call and control a buyer's broker. So in other words, some of these things are just not on MLS. These are exclusive opportunities that you see that are kind of coming in here. Okay, that's how that works. Would be detached 4-bedroom home. There's one that's for lease for $2,300. Here's a home in Brampton for $999. If I was to click on that one just for fun, and let's see what comes up. There it is there, and it's by Peter Carode, for instance. So that's how listings are being placed on the service. Any questions on that? Let's move on. Okay. And let's see if we can actually click on this. There we go. We're going to move on. Okay. How do we help people? We do it by appointment. And how we do it by appointment is you see our main web appointment. It's at the very top of our main website. 10 minutes before you time, you simply go to the same website. In fact, I better show it to you now just so everyone can feel comfortable doing this. But when you go to our main website, right down here, hang on, and you'll see right up at the top it says make an appointment. The appointments are conducted over the internet, in your office, over the phone. You can be at home, and we start at 6 a.m. in the morning. We go to 4 p.m. daily, 5 days a week. If it has to be something special after that, let us know, but generally speaking, everyone can make do with that. You click on webinar workshops 10 minutes before your time, and the same way you can see the information on the screen, our two computers will be connected, and we will actually walk you through and have you place your haves and wants on the system and show you how to actually search information and to place your haves and wants. That's how the training is being done. It seems to work out really wonderful. That way everyone seems to appreciate it. Usually you only ever need one appointment with ICI World and you're good to go. If for any reason you need more appointments, you simply make another appointment. That's it. Now, for the purposes, if you do not have a website, we also supply websites. We have one of the busiest booths at Realtor Quest each year. And one of the reasons is we make a statement that you could have a $30,000 website and it's not as powerful as the websites we're supplying for $16.50. It's wonderful. It's powerful plus tax. And the Canadian. Okay, per month. That's correct. Actually, it's done in the form of $199 per year. You actually get the website free. Can you take a copy of the application? Can you pull it up? And you'll see that it's the third one down on the right-hand side. Anybody that's at home, you can print out the application form. It's one of the handouts that's in the go-to-meeting choices. I don't know what is it called there. I put it in last night for everyone. It's called handouts. Under the handouts, everyone should print out the application special. And when you print out the application special, the third one on the side said websites are free for 1 month. Then they are $1.99 per year if you wish to keep it. That works out to $16.50. That's how we get that. Or you can keep it for $19 per month, no contract, either way. Okay, and that's for a website. However, you do not need a website from us if you already have one, but you can get the special widgets to put on your website. I'm going to be displaying those widgets here in a moment. If anybody ever has to leave early and you want to see sample widgets, you go to a special site called 50.ici. In fact, I'll just type it in right now. It's called 50.iciworld.com. 50. There's no wwws. And I'm going to just open up another window here. Watch what I'm typing in. 50.iciworld.com. Press enter, and you're going to see websites come up on the screen. And if I was to click on the very first one, you're going to see some sample widgets on this particular website. And you'll see up here, now I have a saying that every broker has MLS on their website, and if you don't, you should have it. Agreed, everyone's got MLS. But look at this, not every broker has exclusive. Would you like to have all these exclusive listings on your And if it was, let's say, we're in Mississauga, we can do that. You'll notice that the have want age is something special here. People don't know this, but you can choose how far back you wish to search. We do not delete listings for 5 years, the same as a real estate board. What we do is give you the choice to choose how far back you wish to search. You tell me if that is an exciting question.
So what was that address again? 50?
50.iciworld.com.
Oh, right here.
And then this will give you all the websites, so you can see all the sample websites of how the widgets will look on your website. We're going to leave it on 3 months from now, but in the case of commercial real estate, a lot of brokers will go back longer because there's a lot of networking going on that I'm going to explain later for commercial brokers. But for purposes of getting through this, we're just going to leave it on 3 months at the moment. We're going to choose Mississauga. We're going to leave it on residential. I'm going to leave it on haves and wants for the moment. I could sort them by price, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and search the database. And you're going to see the listings coming up on the screen. Now you'll notice we actually do not allow the listing addresses to go on the screen. And this is could be a new member who's just come on here and put the address. We'll actually be sending them a message and removing that address off of there. So that's a good example of how accidentally addresses will get on here from time to time. It's not perfect like a real estate board. We often liken this to a gold mine. There's gold nuggets in here, a lot of money being made, but sometimes you have to dig through the gold, dig through the dirt to get to the gold. In this particular case, that address is not allowed, and we'll be sending them a message shortly to have them either remove that, or we'll actually remove it for them and explain to them why it should not be appearing, because we are sharing listings on other brokers' websites and vice versa. But then you'll see all these listings coming up on the screen. Now, when we try to click on that particular listing, we cannot do it. And I'm going to ask, what's your first name here?
Marie.
Marie. Marie, if this is your website and the people cannot click on this listing number, who do they have to call?
Boss.
Can I have a high five? High five to everybody in the air. Isn't that wonderful? This is what's triggering leads. This is what's different from any other service out there. I don't know one other service out there that's doing this, but then we've been designing this for the last 20 years from a broker's point of view to make money. and it's working beautifully. It's absolutely inevitable for you to trigger leads. It's just a matter of time, unless you, excuse me, unless you have little or no traffic going to your website. And for that, we have something special. And I'm going to show you that right now. If you go to our main website, you'll see something special here called Seminar. Do you see that? I'm going to make this other window a little bit smaller. Let me just do that right there. Okay, and let me move that out of the way too. And you'll see Seminar. And if you go down, you'll see 4 recorded webinars daily. These are on demand. And the 4th one says how to promote your website. All you have to do is click on play. And when you click on play, what's going to come up is a YouTube video that we've put up there for you. It's absolutely free for you to go in and check it out. And it'll explain how you can promote websites. We have actually attended world search engine conventions. We spent $6,000 attending some of these world search engine conventions. You will get the benefit of this $6,000 by listening to this video. In fact, if you listen to this video towards the end, you're actually going to get $100 towards buying your first Google ad campaign, and you're going to learn how to do it once you go and listen to that particular video. You can actually make $100 listening to the video. Okay, and that's on, and you can get that on our ICI World YouTube channel as well. I'm going to go back here. I don't know if I've got it. I don't think I do. I'm just going to type it in right here and type it in iciworld.tv. And when you go there, you'll see that we have over 100 videos over the last 20 years, ways to make up to over $1 million. And everybody's so darn busy, we would think that it would be highly trafficked, way more than it is. It hasn't been. Everybody's too busy running around doing things on social media and everything else. But there's all kinds of tips, tricks, ideas, how to make money using a lot of services that are on the internet, and you're welcome to kind of see them all right there. Okay, you'll see some of the odd personal one there, but you can go right to this Mississauga Real Estate Board seminar right there. There's another one recorded. Where's the one, how to promote your website? Actually, you have to click on that little arrow there, and you'll see more of them come up. So it's a little tricky when you first kind of get to it, but you're going to find that there's videos here, how to promote your website, etc. Okay, let's move on. So that's one way to see residential listings. But you know, if you're a residential broker, it's possible somebody might see, they might want to search commercial, and they might want to search commercial in Ontario. And if they do, watch what happens. Up comes listings on your website covering the whole real estate industry, covering all the cities that are in Ontario. And maybe somebody's looking for an apartment building, and they might click on it. You tell me if that isn't exciting. Would you like to have over 300 apartment buildings on your website? Isn't that exciting? Here's what's exciting about it. It gets even better. If somebody happens to like this particular one here, or one of these in Vaughan, or here's a legal sixplex, for instance, they are going to try to click on that number. And if they can't click on that number, who do they have to call? High five again? High five. Okay, so that means they call you and they're going to say, you know, I'm interested in message number 362728. Can you help me? And you're going to say, yes, I can help you. I will have someone call you back. All the part-time people that are in the business should have this working for them. If you've done the trouble to get to the real estate board, get your license, go through everything, and you got your license, this is a no-brainer. You can be working at another job as long as you have an internet website on the internet where there's 3.7 billion people. We're showing you how to put bait on a line and go fishing from a marketing point of view. You can leave it in the water. It's working out there on the internet, working for you. And if somebody sees one of these things, they call you. It's a 5-minute phone call. You can, I don't care what job you're at, you can handle a 5-minute phone call on a break, on a lunch hour, anytime at all, and say, I will have someone call you back. You get their name and number. Then you get a hold of the broker that's got this particular listing and say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? And that's how that works. Got it? So this triggers leads. I mean, you just do one referral. And my question is to retired brokers, someday when you retire, would you mind doing the odd 5-minute referral that makes you $3,000 to $10,000? You know, and if the answer is yes, you should keep your membership in the Toronto Real Estate Board, keep your license in real estate, and get this stuff working for you. And we're going to show you how easy it can be. It's a total turnkey operation. If it all seems a little complicated now, we simplify it in our little orientation session one-on-one. We make sure the website gets up and working. We make sure the widgets are working for you. We make sure that you know how to work information and how to search information. Okay, let's move on. What else will you have on your website? Well, go back to exclusive. Guess what, people? We have FSBOs on here all over the world. And I'm going to show you now in Canada, you can see the FSBOs in the greater Toronto. In fact, I'll show them just even for Mississauga. There's the FSBOs coming in from Mississauga. These are private people that have posted their haves and wants on ICI World absolutely free. There is no charge. However, the only people that can click on these numbers are
Real estate agents.
the real estate broker members of ICI World. Okay? So when you're a member, you can click on these and I'll show you how to do it. Even though I have been a broker for over 40 years, I want everyone to consider me, everyone in this room and everyone in the listening audience, as a personal marketing and information assistant to you personally. And we're just like you're hiring us as a personal marketing and information assistant to make money, and you should never go longer than 90 days without triggering leads or making money, and we'll show you our special pledge in a moment. Now, when it comes to the rest of the world, the answer is yes. There's listings all over the world. If I clicked on the Caribbean and did a search, you can see all the listings coming up in the Caribbean. If I was to click on Asia or Europe, pardon me, let me go back to the, here it is. Let's go to Europe. I had a gentleman today, he says he got a property in Hungary that he wanted to put on here. There it is. We show them how to do it. There's Bulgaria. There's just all the different countries of the world. Our people can put information on here. And Asia, same thing. And you'll see properties coming in from all over the world here. Okay, so that's how that works. And they can all be on your website. Let's move on. Okay. There's some more resources. There's the ICIWorld.tv educational YouTube channel. And then there's some other information on the screen. When you're listening to this video, if we go a little fast, you can just click on the video to pause it, and you can move the little button down at the bottom, the slide bar, to kind of go back and listen to it again. So you can actually do this on your own time, stopping the video and playing it back again. This particular service, if we do not do any marketing during the session, we actually charge $2,000 to real estate boards and real estate associations to do this session. However, if the broker allows us to do this in an office or even for an association, we do not charge anything. We'll do it absolutely free. And when we do the marketing. So there's a choice for people in the future. If you don't want any marketing done, we can keep it strictly educational. So ICI World is a society of real estate brokers and salespeople, networking exclusive information, advertising listings to the world on mobile devices and computers, and it's open for all licensed real estate brokers in the world. Now, these are a list of some of the apps that you can put on your phone. These are the most used apps by a lot of people on the internet, with Evernote being one of the top ones in the world. I use it every day. It keeps track of just everything. If I have an email that I want to remember, I can actually send it to Evernote. If I have health, if I read something of a importance for health, where, you know, for kidneys or whatever it is, I can actually send it to Evernote, and I can actually put it into folders and track it, so that I can have all the most important articles, all the most important ideas that I think of regularly, and put it in there, so that I never need to worry about remembering things other than a keyword. I can search it in my own Evernote to find virtually anything I want. Sometimes people give you a number, you know, when you go get something fixed, and they give you a number that you got to remember. You could put it right in here and then just click on Hewlett Packard at a future time, and it pulls up that number. It remembers everything for you, and it goes across all devices. It's just an amazing program. password programs to remember your passwords. I have over 200 passwords that are all being remembered in that program. Dropbox, that's a very important program. If I was to lose my computer today or drop it and break it, I can go to anybody else's computer, log into Dropbox and pull up today's PowerPoint presentation, and I haven't skipped a beat. My question to everyone listening in the audience and also here where I am, if you were to lose your computer today, or it got stolen, or it got fried, or the hard drive just became toast, are you in trouble? Would you be in trouble on your computer right now?
Probably.
If you are, get yourself Dropbox. Now, Dropbox is almost like a cloud program. So some people are using iCloud. Some people are using programs like that. That's similar as well. If you've got something like that, you should. You keep all of your data in there, not your programs. If you have to get a new computer, you still have to reinstall programs, but all your data should be saved in something like Dropbox. And then when you get a new computer, all you have to do is set up your whole new computer, make one folder called Dropbox, and click on Dropbox, and bingo, everything transfers over, and you're up and running on your new computer within 24 hours, because it takes that long for all my Dropbox to upload, because I've got so much stuff that I like to keep. All these other programs are very, very helpful. I'm not going to go through them all. We could take all day going through, even one of them could take a half an hour. They're all very, very exciting. There's some more programs. How many people here use realtor.ca in the room? Okay, very good. You can be in front of a house and go to realtor.ca and be talking with your customer in your car and tell them all about that house, and you can actually make an appointment right from there and go and show it. Or you can rule it out. If it's 700,000 and your people are looking around 400,000, you can rule it out right away just by having that program. It's a wonderful program. There's some of the other programs that you could have. Some of the commercial apps, I'm not going to go through them. I'm happy to list them. What you can do if you're at home, you just kind of stop the video, and then you can mark these things down, and you can check them out on your own time, what they can do, what they can, and what they might be valuable to you and benefit to you on your own time. The security program that we have on the internet, it is getting worse. Has anybody ever heard of the Nigerian scam here in the room? Everyone has heard of it?
Which one?
Okay, which one? I have a question for you. Do you think these people are going away, all the scam artists? No is correct. Do you think these people are getting smarter and smarter? Yeah. So you've got to be wiser and wiser. And you have to know what phishing is. If you don't know what phishing is that you see on here, then you've got to go to this security program that we've got on the internet, and you got to learn about passwords, how to design a decent password. If you make it difficult, that's going to be half the battle, is stopping them from taking advantage of you. And you also must learn about phishing. If you don't know what phishing is, it's almost like not learning what a stop sign is, because someday if you don't stop, you're going to get yourself into quicksand. Next thing you know, people can get into your computers, and it's terrible. There's a lot of garbage going around, people that are faking themselves out as legitimate opportunities out there to invest in on the internet. And that's one of the reasons why the public should be using licensed real estate brokers and salespeople to protect the public from all the garbage and the fraud artists and the curiosity seekers and time wasters that are on the internet. And that's one of the benefits of using a realtor. And realtors got to learn this stuff inside out. How to deal with spam. There's articles from the Association of Retired People, AARP articles, Microsoft Safety. All of that is included in, oopsie daisy, sorry. Let me get back to where I just was there. There it is, sorry. Back to the security page that is on ICI World. Go in there. We've got a whole page of information. There's doctors who have lost $300,000. There's over $1 billion that have been built out of people's pocket in North America. So you've got to become wise to all of this stuff. And a lot of it looks legitimate, and you have to be careful about it at all times. And if you learn some of these things like phishing, then you're going to be much wiser as a result. This particular program could be a 3-hour program that we could talk about and put on, and we've actually did it at the Oshawa Real Estate Board. We do Mississauga Real Estate Board and other real estate boards throughout Ontario, and done in Vancouver and into Fort Lauderdale, just literally all over North America. This is valuable information for you. We have other instructors that are kindly consented to do these particular seminars. I know that Sabrina's doing another one with Right at Home Real Estate in another couple of days for us. And if you're a teacher of any sort, any place in the world, and would like to conduct this particular session in your particular area, please give us a call. We supply the PowerPoint, and then we'd like you to be able to carry this on in an effective manner. And if you've got teaching at your heart, we're looking at people that have a heart for the industry to help every licensed real estate broker, and that's what we're looking for in our teachers, and our teachers all have it, everyone that's listed here. There's some information on myself. I happen to be a CCIM, stands for Certified Commercial Investment Member. We're recommending everyone take the CI 101 program. If you have a chance to write that down, I would write it down. It can help you make money the rest of your life. It's called CI 101, and you can learn about it by going to ccim.com. The value of that is if you could work with one investor that buys 2 properties a year for the next 5 years, that's 10 properties to one person. By taking that one course, you could easily do that instead of maybe just always selling one home every 5 years to someone. And you all have some good knowledge in the business already, mortgages and all the legal ramifications of writing up offers. What you need to do is have something that'll take some of the mystery out of industrial, commercial, and investment real estate. And if you take the CI 101 course, that will do it. It will help you analyze the before and after tax consequences of investing in any income producing real estate. And it'll help you do deals for the rest of your life, and it'll help you invest in real estate for yourself as well, which is really where everyone should be doing it. Sometimes we're so busy helping other people, we're not even helping ourselves, but this will help you do that as well. The other one is the CIPS designation. We're recommending everyone consider getting that. It's called Certified International Property Specialist. And if I was to ever do a referral any place in the world, I would feel very comfortable doing it to a CIPS specialist in any other country of the world because they've gone through the courses, they network with us, and you can expect people to get treated in a good, proper fashion and with sincerity and honesty and integrity. There's rules and guidelines and codes of ethics for all of these programs, which are worthy and respectful, and that's why it's good to be networking with all these kinds of people. There's a lot of good networking going on with all these other designations as well. The LinkedIn, the Facebook, the Twitters, and all that, those are important to help promote your website. When we talk about promoting your website, getting more people to it, you'll be surprised how a lot of family members, they don't realize that you could have not only residential listings on your website, commercial listings, MLS listings, but as soon as they find out you've got exclusive listings that other brokers don't have, you now become an advantage over to anybody else. So why not have somebody in the family really kind of appreciate that? And one way you can do that is doing some of your promotion through the Facebooks and the Twitters and the LinkedIns by putting things like what is on your website, that you have exclusive listings on your website. You've got power of sales that are not on real estate boards that are on your website. And when you do that kind of thing, people will start to go to your website and say, oh my God, look at how well connected you are. And in order to make connections, they kind of got to deal through you too as well. So those are some of the things. Now, that also brings up another fact. We recommend everyone have a resource center on their website, and in the resource center and also on the front page of your website, you should have all the associations and groups that you belong to. So if you belong to the Canadian Real Estate Association or the National Association of Realtors in the US, that should be on your website, and you should have it linked to the code of ethics and what you've kind of got to go through to kind of get your designation and your license and all the things that you're skilled in doing, all the 40 things that you've got to do for every deal, the process deals. People don't realize how hard you have to work on every single transaction. So by putting all that good stuff on your website, that you belong to the Toronto Real Estate Board, to the Ontario Real Estate Association, and then if you belong to charitable groups, put that on there. If you're doing some work with that, maybe you can get other people involved kind of helping, and people will see that, hey, listen, these are good family people, I should be dealing with them. That's one of the advantages of having social media right on the front page of your website, because when some of the new people come over from the other countries, they are into the internet already, people. They know about all of these Facebooks and everything else, and they can relate to you right away, real quick, fast, and easy, and have an element of confidence to at least make that first phone call to you, and now it's up to you. Well, let's move on. One of the reasons that it's exciting about the internet is because it actually provides the highest return on any investment of any industry on the internet, because one deal can make you a $50,000 commission, $10,000 commission. It can make you a lot of money. On ICI World, we have over $11 trillion of buyer contacts. All you got to do is go through the list of buyers and get excited and go out there and find the property and call the broker back that's got that buyer. There's all kinds of people looking for things that are on ICI World. You should be checking the wants. And next thing you know, you're going to go out and talk. If you're driving up on a weekend up north, you might be a residential broker, but if you're staying at a motel, why not ask the owner and say, listen, I happen to be on a global broker service and there's about 22 buyers of motels and hotels. If I ever got you the price you wanted, would you ever consider selling? I'm going to repeat that question. It's one question. I got 40 listings one time and I put them all on ICI World on one show at a business exchange show by asking one question. If you were to sell your property today and get your price, would you sell it?
Yes.
There you go. If you asked a restaurant owner, if I was to get you the price you wanted, would you sell your restaurant? Are they going, what, 9 times out of 10, what might they say? So in other words, by asking that one question, it's pretty good. But now you're stuck because he doesn't want to put it on MLS. They don't want to put it on MLS because if they put it on MLS, it could be bad for business. It could be bad for the employees. But now we're going to be covering here in about another 5 minutes how you can be getting all this exclusive information and be working it through the industry. Here we go. By the way, we've already gone through testimonials. If anybody is just joining us late, what you're going to do is you go to ICIworld.com on the internet, or you go to the App Store or the Play Store and you search for ICI World, all one word, and install it. Or you open up Google Chrome or Safari, you type in ICIworld.mobi and load up the mobile website. And in any case, look for the word testimonials and you will see testimonials across the whole industry of brokers that are now, these are the brokers that are on the cutting edge of services, taking advantage of all the 3.7 billion people on the internet by having one major presence in one world network that's been going for 20 years and making good connections. You're going to notice here that when it comes to for sale by owners, that there was a study done by the National Association of Realtors, and this is the key figure down here at the bottom, that 9% sold without an agent. What does that mean? That means that 91% of the FSBOs that are out there actually sold with an agent. And we're going to give you 3 special questions that are going to give you a pleasure to deal with them in the future. A pleasure. They're not going to try to kick you out. They're not going to try to get rid of you right away. You listen to the 3 questions and then you be the judge. We're coming up to those 3 questions in a moment where they will actually give you the answer to these 3 questions, and you're going to be able to network that information on ICI World. All the FSBOs in every market area of the world should be put onto ICI World by licensed real estate brokers and salespeople. You should be the ones that collect all the information out there. You should be the ones to recognize important information that becomes, I call it the gold on the internet, and take that piece of information, put it on ICI World where somebody on the internet can relate to it, give you a call, put an agreement in place, go show it, and make $20,000. That's what's being done today with ICI World, something that's not being done on any other service that I personally know of. Today we have over 30,000 haves and wants. 75% of them are exclusive. It's amazing how people are just learning about this for the first time. Part of it is the challenge in getting out there and reaching everyone because no one tells other people about the service. It's a competitive advantage. The real estate boards don't tell you about it. The newspapers don't tell you about it. We're taking business away from the newspapers. MLS just wants to promote MLS. But someday, maybe this can be part of a real estate board service, offering it as a secondary service for all their members. And that's what we're suggesting be done someday. It'd be kind of neat, really. Let's move on. We do have 2 databases, which I've shown you. Actually, I'll show it to you again for people that don't understand it. We have 2 major world databases here, and I'm going to show them right now real quick. And you're going to see that there's 2 ways to get into them. One is for the public. And if I was to click on for the public can come here and they can actually subscribe by email to receive your listings from the members. They can add their have or want free, and they can search the database one free as well. Now, if they search the database one free and click on one of these widgets that we have here and search, they can make a connection so that if you just put a property on here and this was your home and somebody clicked on that, there it is. You can give this person a call, and this is in Florida, this particular property. Actually, I don't know what this person has done here. This is in Clearwater, Florida. This is a have. This person must only select the business area in which his property is located. And so that's actually a no-no to select every business area. I've chosen Asia. Let's go back to Canada and do a proper search here. And you can see little issues coming in. Somebody's put in duplicate listings in here. We have to fix that. So those are some of the issues that are going on a daily basis. But I'm just going to click on one of these particular listings here. There's the information. If this was your information, you can see this is exclusive, not on a real estate board. You give Mary Jane a call, hop in a car, go show the property, and we've had all kinds of home parks that are being sold through ICI World as a result of this. A lot of this is all done, again, on an exclusive basis. Oh, I forgot to show the private FSBO area. And now, let's go to do the same kind of search, and you'll see over here is the FSBO for sale by owner. When I click on that and do a search in Ontario, these are the latest listings that are coming in from the public. Again, if somebody is interested in one of these here, they're actually going to have to get a hold of one of the members on ICI World in order to find out more information on here. That's how that works. Do commercial and residential all over the world, industrial, condos, vacation properties, the whole works. There's a readership, a tremendous readership monthly, a tremendous emailing list for all the listings that are going out daily. And it's also displayed on other brokers' websites. And all these brokers are doing a lot of promotion themselves. So really, the dollars and cents by spending every one of these brokers is helping to market your listings as well, in addition to what we're doing. We've got over 18,000 pages on the internet, 2 million hits a month. And we're going to just continue. There's some advertising that we've done with the Mississauga Real Estate Board, with the Brampton Real Estate Board. You'll see that. And then we have one of the busiest booths at Treb Realtor Quest. We make a statement that you could have a $30,000 website, and it's not as powerful as the websites for $16.50. And we're going to show you that in a moment as well. We're also on the front page of all these trade publications. These are probably in your office. I'm showing some in the office right now. You'll see us on the front page there, right up at the top. Where this makes you money is if somebody goes there and clicks on that, goes to the website, sees your listing, bingo, gives you a call, you go make 50 grand, all because we had that right there for you. So that's there's $1,000 a month just on those 3 items right there that we're helping spending on your behalf to generate traffic for you. And of course, we're on the internet big time for the last 20 years. People are finding us through the internet. Now we're getting into the meat of today's session, how to work exclusive information. You might even want to get your camera ready to take a picture both at home and in the class here. You can take a picture of 3 special questions that help some people make over $1 million on our service. It's your opportunity to work exclusive information to provide more real estate opportunities than you can with a real estate board. If you don't have a real estate listing on the internet right now, you're actually, to a certain extent, out of business. But we're going to show you how to be in business 100% of the time with at least 15 opportunities by asking 3 special questions to a lot of people over the next 90 days. Every one of you should be able to get up to 15 opportunities or more. And we're going to show you how to have control as well. Excuse me. This service actually started out of something Microsoft networked back in the early 90s. And then Bill Gates wrote a book called At the Speed of Thought. And so I'm actually going to get the webcam working. Where's the webcam here? Oh yeah, there it is there. I'm going to open up the webcam so that you can see me here in the office. And we've got people all over to my left over here that are in the office, and then we've got a lot of people that are at home. And I think we started at 20, but we got 15 people still online listening. And basically, Bill Gates at the speed of thought. If you can take something, a thought, out of your head and put it on the internet, way up here on the internet, and somebody else on the internet can see that thought, they can call you and you can go off and do a deal. A property that is coming for sale. Does anybody here have a property coming for sale in the next 1, 2, 3 months? Can you give me an example of what that might be?
Detached home,
A detached home, what city?
Oakville,
Oakville, and approximate price range?
1.5 million.
Okay, so there's a gentleman in the office that's a real estate salesperson that has a $1.5 million home in Oakville coming for sale. That is a thought. It's just a thought in your head, in my head now. Everybody that's listening, they don't know where it is. Nobody knows where it is. And we're not going to tell them. But you could post that on ICI World. And I'm going to show you how to deal with it. Are you ready?
Yes.
This is how you can be triggering leads on the internet with a thought. This is called business at the speed of thought. Interesting, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm amazed that this hasn't gone viral, that everybody hasn't picked up on it yet, you know?
It's futuristic. It's happening now, real time.
Yeah, this is real time. Okay, so I'm going to close the, just to make the screen a little bit bigger. I don't want to stop the recording. I got to figure out how to stop the webcam there. Okay, there we go. Let's move on. Now, Bill Gates, this is really for the last 20 years, this is what I've been thinking about. The cost to publish your information, getting your message in front of people worldwide is, and talking with people around the world is zero, or so close to zero, it doesn't make any difference. And that's what ICI World is doing for our thoughts in real estate. That's basically what we're doing. It's a world and information listing service for real estate. We don't allow, unless you're a licensed real estate broker salesperson, you can't join. We also allow licensed real estate brokers and mortgage brokers as well. And if you want to learn about this, go see the word, go to ICIWorld.com and click on webinars. Actually, I got to change that right now, people. We've changed that to seminars. Hang on. Seminars. I'm just going to make that right there. Just save that. We made a little change that. You can go to ICIWorld.com and click on events, and you'll see upcoming seminars and events on ICI World. But if you click on seminars, we have 4 webinars that you can click on. They are on demand. You can listen to them at any time. And you can do this with FSBOs, with open listings, exclusive listings, expired listings coming for sale, people that want to sell their properties for sale quietly. That's a tremendous amount of business going on out there right now on all this kind of stuff. And one example is, has anyone ever said to you that I want to sell my property, but I do not want to give you a listing at this time, but I will pay you a commission? Anybody had that say that? Okay, everybody in the office here. So you can see that the people in the office here are busy. If it hasn't been said to you, you're probably a brand new person in the business and you haven't talked to a FSBO yet. But everyone in the real estate business gets this all the time, but it doesn't go anyplace. It's sort of like a dead end, a dead issue. The only one that knows about it is you. And to a certain extent, you have now just become a secret agent. Would you all agree or disagree? All agree. So we've got some secret agents in the room here. We got all kinds of secret agents that are listening out there in the marketplace to this particular video now and in the future. And we're going to change that right now, people, going forward. Here we go. There it is. Take your cameras out, take a picture of these 3 questions because you're going to need it with you with your phone when you're asking it. And if you don't get every single word exactly right, you're not going to get the okay to work the information. And the reason we know this is because we've had people that did not make any money. One good example is one gentleman, after 3 months, we have a special pledge that you should be making money every 90 days, or you should be triggering leads every 90 days at the very least, or give us a call. And one broker called me, salesperson, and he says, Gary, I didn't make any money. I've been on your service for 90 days. You said to give us a call. And so I asked him, I says, said, why not? He says, well, I was doing everything you told me. And I says, okay, After talking to him for a little while, I asked him, what was the first question? He says, well, the first question I would ask him is, would they give me a 48-hour exclusive listing? And I'm going to ask everyone listening and asking you in the room, is that the first question?
No.
No, it's not. He was asking for a 48-hour exclusive listing. The proper question is also in red. In 1 year, we did not have that in red printing. Now it's in red printing that every question has two parts. Will you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing to show the property once I have a buyer? What a big difference. It's a difference of getting a yes or a no. He wasn't asking that. And then he asked for permission to advertise the property. If it's a restaurant owner, is he going to give you permission to advertise the property? No. But if you tell him you're going to do it without the address, without naming the restaurant, it's going to be confidential. People, I'm saying this to the whole industry, that lawyers have confidential information. Doctors have confidential information. Accountants have confidential information. In our profession, real estate, confidential information, this is our confidential information. When we have exclusive information, it's confidential, because if you give it away, people can go behind your back, people can go direct on you. If you don't have a listing, we're recommending that you must have a listing agreement in place before showing a property. So even though we have 30,000 real estate listings that are exclusive on ICI World, it does not mean that we don't put an exclusive agreement in place first before showing the property or before divulging the address of the property to someone. Here's how it works. Watch this. According to RICO, a registrant, which is you and me, and this goes for all provinces and all states in the United States and Canada, shall not include anything in an advertisement that could reasonably be used to identify, and that's the key word, we put that in red now, specific real estate unless the owner of real estate has consented in writing. People, this can make you lots of money now going forward. You have the concepts, the tools to be able to work exclusive information now, something you couldn't do before. It's very exciting. How does it work? Well, you put something on ICI World and the owner says, okay, verbally to you, and you don't put an address, and you simply say home coming for sale in Oakville, $1.5 million. That's it. And then someone calls you, and what's the first thing they're going to ask you for?
Where is it?
Where is it? What's the address? You can take a picture of this now too, because this is the answer that you can give. In this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But if it's okay with you, I will make arrangements for you to see it. You come to my office and I'll make arrangements for you to see it on Saturday. And then what do you do on Friday?
Get those.
You go get yourself a 48-hour exclusive listing to cover the showing. You tell me if that isn't smooth. The people in Lake Tahoe, I was there one time. You can go skiing in one day and you can go swimming in the water on the same day. And there's a lot of movie star properties in the mountains. They're being sold this way. The movie stars, a lot of them, they don't want their pictures of their Van Goghs and all their beautiful, important, all their furnishings and all their belongings to be plastered all over the internet. They don't want it. You know, for all the thieves in the world to see the case, the place, and everything else. So a lot of people want things done on a confidential basis. And this is one way to do it, by simply saying exclusive property, Oakville 1.5. If somebody's in the market, they're going to want to call you. They're not going to let that property pass because that could be the home of their dreams. How else can you do it? Here's one coming for sale. Now, this is a little bit different. You can tell these people, in this particular case, I have to put an agreement in place, but I probably won't be getting the agreement signed for about a month or 2 or 3 weeks or 3 days, whatever it might be. However, once I get the listing signed, I'm going to put your name on a list. And you will be one of the first people I will call once I get the listing signed. And I will give you a call back, and you can come through the first open house that I have. You can be one of the first people through the property. How does that sound? How do you like that? Isn't that wonderful? Smooth as a baby's bum. We've got 500 broker members that are doing this right now on this service. Now I'm going to give you all a test in the room here, and also at home. You can think about your answers. And there's going to be 3 potential answers to every question. One answer is yes. The second answer is no. The third answer is I don't know. If you were to put up an ad that said Mississauga restaurant, $350,000 making money, does that give that restaurant away? Can you tell which one it is? How many people say yes? How many people say no?
No.
We got 2 no's, and then the other 2 is I don't know. Pardon me?
I don't.
You don't know? And how about the other lady there?
Wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay. Does that give that restaurant away, that particular ad, the first ad?
It's in Mississauga, that's all they know.
Okay, so you can't tell which restaurant that is, right? So therefore, that's one way to add. If I said that restaurant was at the corner of, let's say, Huron, Ontario and Dundas Street, you got 3 choices. Does it give it away? How many people say yes?
Yes.
I got 1 yes. How many people say no? No. How many people don't know?
Don't know.
Okay, so we have some all across the board. The answer actually is yes. And why did you say yes?
Well, I mean, there's only 4 corners.
There's only 4 corners. How long would it take to go talk to 3 restaurant owners? How long?
A couple of minutes.
That's right. In other words, within a half an hour, you could go
No,
talk
but
to.
but does it give it away? You know, I don't know what's on that corner. If there's a shopping plaza on that corner with a food court and there's 30 restaurants in that food court plus more on the side, it's going to take a little longer. Now you got to track down all of the owners and so on. So you could be a little vaguer with your information, but it doesn't specifically.
You got the idea. You got the idea. The point is that if there's 3 or 4 restaurants, it could give it away.
Yes.
Now, the price is $350,000. When it comes to businesses a lot of times are 10%. That is $35,000 for you. Okay, woohoo is right. But if you accidentally give it away and people go direct, you could actually be losing a deal and never know it. Do you agree or disagree? Agree. So in other words, it's important that you keep your information confidential or people can end up talking directly to the owner of that property. Let's go to the second one. Toronto triplex, $750,000 making money. Does that give it away? How many people say yes? How many people say no? How many people don't know? Pardon me?
It's the great tenants that gives it away.
Okay. So in other words, it doesn't give it away, right? If I said it's at the corner of Ossington and Bloor next to the Pizza, does it give it away? How many people say yes? How many people say no? How many people don't know? The answer yes is correct, obviously. The same thing with Oakville, 4-bedroom, 2-story. You could be having your property advertised right now and you'll be putting people down on a list. Once you get it signed, bingo, you got some built-in people to see the property. Let's move on. Let's go to the next one. Lindsay Esso gas station. Does it give it away? How many people say yes? I got 1 yes, 2 yeses.
Yeah, sort of.
I got 3 yeses. How many people say no?
There's only one Esso station.
There you go. He got it. We got it in the room. There actually is only one Esso gas station in Lindsay, so we have just given it away. So how would you advertise that? Well, you could say branded gas station, 1 hour to Toronto, or 90 minutes to Toronto, however far it is. That's how you would advertise it on ICI World. This is so important, people. This gives you a chance to make money with your license that you don't have right now. You have a chance to advertise these kinds of things on ICI World as an information service as long as you respect the rules, the guidelines, the code of ethics of the Real Estate Council of Ontario and how we conduct business in Ontario. We've been doing it now for 20 years on ICI World with not one problem, as long as you understand. You do not identify the property if you do not have a signed listing. Let's go to the Brantford one. Does that give it away? How many people say yes? How many people say no? And the reason you said yes? There's only one shopping center. You got the idea. How would you do that one? You might say, $30 million shopping center, Ontario. That's it. You actually wouldn't say anything else. Anytime you get stuff over $5 and $10 million, people, right up to $50 million to $100 million and more, less is better than more. The shorter, the sweeter, the better. It's just like hotels. You could say $17 million hotel, Greater Toronto Area. That's it. Anything over $5 and $10 million, you do not say anything more than that. And even if you have proper listings in place, what you want to do is trigger the leads to come into you first, and then you can put proper agreements in place, confidentiality agreements, non-disclosures. All of that should be put in place first. We do not get into that. You talk to your broker of record. You talk to your manager, and you go to your own real estate company and get those agreements. Now we're going to show you something else that's so exciting. Every single person can make money with this. Even if you're part-time and retired, you can be making money with real estate widgets that you can add to your website. Once you join ICI World, one of the first things we do is to send you an email of the instructions for these particular widgets. When we send you the email, you get the email and you forward it to your website designer, whoever that might be. Do you have a website in this room, all the people? What company is your website with, please?
It's a local guy that I use.
It's a local guy, okay. How about yourself? Agent Locator.
GoDaddy.
GoDaddy, okay. Income is another one. We've got agent websites for you, websites for realty. There's about 30 different website companies, and all these companies, they can install them for you. In the case of GoDaddy, I think you have to do it yourself, but we can show you how to do it. And Website Box and all these other ones, there is a way to add these links onto your website. We send you the instructions. If you have troubles, you simply get back to us and we can give you a hand doing it. And now what we're going to do is one lead can make you a lot of money, and we're going to give you some examples of these websites right now and how they can be making money for you. Let's click on open this up, and I'm going to go to 50.iciworld.com. And if you type that in, it brings up this website. It's called 50.iciworld.com. Nothing else, no wwws.
What's that?
50, just the number 50.
Yeah.
Let me just make it here because it gets forwarded to a special website, iciworld.com. You see it up there where it says 50?
Well, I've got 2020. I can't see it.
Okay, so it's just 50.iciworld.com, and you're going to see over 50 websites come up. And I'm going to go to the next one. Let me go down to mindymimi.com. This is her personal website. And if I was to go down to the very, very bottom, this is by a company called Income, for instance. And there it is. You'll see that you can search commercial, residential. These are all MLS. But she's also got a button called exclusive. These are all from ICI World. We're recommending every broker should have that. And if people wanted to search residential listings in Mississauga, people could click on that. They could come down here and choose Canada, Ontario, Greater Toronto, and maybe they want to search Toronto. And if they want to search Toronto, and maybe they want to sort them by price, and bingo, they can search, and bingo, up comes the properties. So there's one for $21.78 million that's on ICI World. There's one for 4.9. There's a fabulous 4-bedroom home. Now, if somebody tries to click on these listings, they can't do it. Who do they have to call?
The boss.
Bingo. This is where you make the money. The people have to end up calling you. And this is why every one of your customers should have this on their personal phone. Because if they can search your website on their phone, how does it look on a phone? Well, let's see if we can just make it into a mobile phone. Hang on. Bingo. There it is on a mobile phone. That's how it might look. Okay? That's how people can see these listings on a mobile phone. Now, what else can they see on a mobile phone? They click on that, and maybe they're interested in commercial real estate. In exclusive, people can click on Ontario commercial, mostly exclusive, and bingo, up comes these properties again. And if they happen to search your particular city, let's go down here to Mississauga just for fun.
So is that what a website looks like?
This is what it can look like on your website. This is exactly how this would look like on your personal
On a phone.
GoDaddy on a phone, on a mobile phone.
Right.
Now,
But what would
if
the
I made it
background-
bigger, that's how it would look like on a big website.
I like your background. Can I borrow it?
Sure. Yep, we can do it. There's a way to kind of make it all work for you. The point is somebody likes this particular home, they try to click on it, they got to give you a call. And that gives you a chance to do what we all love to do, and that's to serve people. And you get a chance.
You're going to say big money.
And then you go show the property, hop in a car, go show property and make money. Now, here's something that I would show to people if they're thinking of selling the property. You can print out a list of the wants. Look at this. If somebody has a little apartment building for sale, this is the wants. Click on apartment buildings and look at all the list of buyers that are here. Look at that. These are built-in buyers. This is going to show people how connected you are in the marketplace of buyers.
Okay.
They're going to say, oh my God, you're connected with all these buyers?
This is good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so that's how the widgets work, and these can also help you get listings. You should print a list of these out for you. Okay, so that's how that works. Let's continue on, and we're going to sort of wrap up here in a moment. Okay, let's continue on. So widgets can help you. We support all the different websites in the world. It doesn't matter which website you have. These widgets work on your website, triggering leads. You might even want to consider having more than one website. Once you start triggering leads, you're going to want even more another
Want
website.
to differentiate them?
You can actually link the two websites together, but
Like it could be commercial as opposed
you
to
can,
residential.
that's a lot of brokers do that. So you're already thinking in the right direction. You can have one website that's more residential, another one that's more commercial, right? And we can help you with both of them. And we appreciate the opportunity to help you with your websites. We really appreciate that. How do we help you? Just make an appointment. That's it.
Is it everything online?
Everything is done over the internet. Yep. And of course, you also have this orientation program that shows you how to do everything. It's a step-by-step procedure. One of the things in here is to make an appointment and get used to being able to jump into an appointment if you have any issues for anything. But what good is a website if you don't have any traffic? So we're recommending that you take these live webinars are now on demand. I'm actually going to monthly live webinars. Oopsie daisy. What happened? I just lost it.
Undo. Quick.
Oh, brother. Where did I lose it? Where was it?
There.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. I got to be careful when I'm changing this on it. Live webinars on live webinar. I'll say webinars on demand. Okay. We were doing them all live, but now we're just doing them.
Okay, can I take a picture of that one?
You certainly can. Hang on. Let me make it full screen for you.
Okay.
Hang on. There you go. This is really where your time should be spent marketing over the next year, is getting people going to your traffic to your website.
Yep.
And you listen to the webinar, and then if you want, you make an appointment with us, and you're going to learn things in this webinar that only people that attended the $6,000 world, oh my God. It's a world, it's a world conference for promoting websites. And we attended the one that was in Las Vegas a couple of years ago, spent a lot of money to go there. It's $1,000 to get in. And Microsoft was there, Google was there, Yahoo was there, and they all would analyze websites, why some websites are doing better than others. and we analyze it from an organic point of view, and then also from pay-per-click point of view, and how you can be to the top of the search engines and all that stuff. And there's about 10 different things your website has to have. If it doesn't have these 10 things, you got no chance of getting up there because there's so much competition. But you're going to learn them in that particular recorded webinar. One last thing that everyone here should know is you should know our pledge that as a member of ICI World, you should never go longer than 90 days without either doing business or developing new business relationships with people that you feel will lead to doing business someday. Otherwise, you'll give us a chance and to help you. Now, the other thing we have to give you out right now is we're going to hand out a little survey, which in consideration of me taking my time to come here and do this for you, would you mind filling in this little survey, which takes about 1 minute to do? And if you don't mind filling that in class here, there it is there.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate your feedback in consideration of me coming here and doing this little seminar for you. Are you able to do that, or I know you're kind of busy? If you're able to, I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking my time out here to spend some time with you, which I enjoyed, and thank you very, very much. So in class, what we're doing is filling out a little survey called evaluation form. And if you're able, I don't have the evaluation form online right now, but boy, I'm going to design it for the next one so that we could pop it on the screen and allow everyone to fill it in. I'll do that probably for next time. But if you're able to send me an email, some of the questions that we ask in that particular survey, if you're able to open an email and send it to gary.nuska@gmail.com, gary.nuska@gmail.com. I might just put it here for now. Send an email with your comments. Let me just do this here. Let's see if I can get this done correctly. Send an email to gary.nuska@gmail.com. And some of the things that you could, if you don't mind filling out, it could be general comments. Knowledge of subject matter, relevance to your business. Would you like real estate boards? I'm going to make all of this smaller so that I can get it all in. I'm going to make it all the way down to 18, 20. Try that. Move that out of the way. Would you like your real estate board to provide? Oh, geez. I'm having trouble with it's so touchy, this computer here. To provide the ICI World Real Estate Service. Okay. And that what areas of improvement, if any, and may we use your comments? And with or with your name. Okay. And then any other general comments you might have. And if you're able to do that at home, just take a moment there. And now I'm going to get into the special here for everyone that's listening. This is a sort of like a coming up to Black Friday in this particular case. And
Oh, you're not.
yeah,
We're going to get it for the special.
you're going to get a Black Friday special right now.
Free?
Yeah, you're going to get it. You're going to get a Black Friday special, and I'm going to tell you what it is. once you're finished that sheet, if you just want to, you can hand it in face down up here. And then once we're done, all of yous, we're going to move on to the special. And so anyone at home, if you're able to kind of do that, that would be very nice of you. I'd really appreciate it. I really enjoyed having everyone online. This is the first time where there's more people at home than there was in the office, actually. And that's pretty good. And actually, there's a lot of people who have expressed an interest to listen to the video later. And you can see the video later, everyone, at iciworld.tv, which is the ICI World Educational YouTube channel, iciworld.tv. And we're just about ready to come up, and thank you so much for filling those forms out. It really does help us in the future design this to make it, I'm like the manager of a society of real estate brokers and salespeople, and we're just dedicated to help every single salesperson in the industry make money, no matter what company you're with. As long as you have a license to trade in real estate, you can put it face down there. Very good. And we've got one more almost filled out, so I'll move on here. Here we go. Okay, so there's the normal fee is $319 per year to join. We're going to give $79 off, 25% off the regular price. And then in addition to that, one moment, where is the sound factor there? Okay, so for the people that are online, you can get the special, and the same here in the room. Can you go on your computers right now and go to nreils.com, either on your phone or on a computer, a tablet, any laptop? Everybody at home, go to NRE. This is a special place to get it. Whoops. NREILS.com. There it is there beside the telephone number. NREILS.com. By the way, the ones that actually make their payment in the room here will actually get their corporate card right now. So if you were to make your payment right now, you actually get your corporate card right now. If you do it a little bit later today, we will be mailing you your corporate card. You'll still get it. So are you able to go to nreils.com? Open Safari or Google Chrome. Open Safari or Google Chrome. And go to nreils.com. And click on join. I think it says join or join today. I'm going to do this on my other phone as well.
Join today.
Join today. Yep, thank you. Click on join today. See if you can click on that. And look for an orange button for Canada. Make sure it's Canada, not USA. If you're in Canada, you use Canada.
Yeah.
Anyone listening online, you must choose USA if you're in the USA. Join today.
Yeah, so we get to save like 30% over them.
Actually, more than that.
Yeah, probably is not.
More than that, even more than that, actually. Go down the page and you will see where it says Canada 240?
Yeah.
Okay, click on that. And then you'll see that you can now fill in. Now the member identifier should be your email address. You put your email address. Oh, no. Where did you go? nreils.com. Click on that right there. No, right there. Just click on that. Yep. Okay, let it work. It's working, very good. Now, what you can do as well, I'm going to do something special. Click on those three dots. Click on Add to Home Screen, and click on the word Add. And click on Add one more time. Okay, good. Now click on those hamburger, we call it a hamburger button. Click on Join Today. That's right. And then go down the page, slow, and click on Canada. And put in an email address. Your email address. And so what I'm going to do is stop the recording here in a moment. Let me just see if what's in front of here. You actually save 25% and plus additional time. And that's how that works. Just a quick summary, you'll be able to network and literally searching daily 3 to 7 seconds to see the latest exclusive information coming on. There's anywhere from 25 to 50 new listings a day. The second thing is you can network your own exclusive information, and we're challenging every single member. You must have 15 opportunities on here. And if you don't have 15 opportunities on here within 30, 60, 90 days, you must get a hold of us because you're missing knowing the 3 questions or understanding what's going on. And we want to make sure that you do. The widgets of listings for your website is an absolute no-brainer. If you did nothing else, that could trigger leads. If you have content on your website, that's the reason from a broker's point of view why people would call you. They're looking for listings. And if they see a listing that's on your website, and if they can't click on the message number, they have no choice but to call you. So they have to call you. And then you let your information do the work 24/7. If you know about information, if you got a listing coming for sale, if somebody says, I want to sell my property, but I don't want to give you a listing, all of that is the gold that you can make on the internet. You make that the gold by putting it on the internet, because when somebody relates to it, they can give you a call, and then you can explore, put an agreement in place first. Never show a property without having an agreement in place first before showing it or divulging the information. The ICI World Corporate Card itself is literally hundreds of dollars of discounts for all kinds of things, and there's over 200 vendors. That you literally, every single member can save more than the price of a membership of $240 joining just from our ICI World VIP corporate card. And everyone, when we introduced it at Trev Realtor Quest, which is the largest real estate trade show in the world, there's only one other one as large, and that's the one by NAR, I believe, that's in Las Vegas, New Orleans, or pardon me, Orlando. Sometimes the one in Washington is not quite as big. But nevertheless, one of the largest trade shows in the world. Everybody really loved it, this corporate card, and a lot of people know about it, and they're taking advantage of it for their families to save. It's not going to make you $1 million, but it's going to save you money throughout the year. Thank you very much. Gracias, merci. Bedankt, grazie, merci. And that's it for today. Anybody interested in following up, just make an appointment on our main website, which I'm going to leave on the screen, and then we're going to stop the video now. And thank you very much for the opportunity to be of service. We really do appreciate it all. Anybody that wants to get started right away, once you make your payment at nreils.com, the first thing you should do is make sure that you got a copy of this orientation PDF file. And once you have this file, it is the complete instructions on how to do everything that's on ICI World. There it is there. Okay, it shows you how to do it. We do have one other option if anyone is interested, and that is you could join for $30 per month. That is another option, $30 per month. And that's it for today. Have a great day, and we are always here for you. If you need to get a hold of us, I'm going to leave you a telephone number. You literally could theoretically phone it right now if you had a question. I'm going to go to contact, and you're going to see the contact phone numbers in the United States and Canada. And I happen to be at, what number am I at here? My number is not there. I have a number that I'm going to give to you verbally. It's my personal cell phone number, 416-214-4875. So if someone was theoretically interested, had to talk to us, fine, but I'm just going to try to make an appointment with you anyways. And where did I put that phone in case it rings? I thought I had it on my desk here. Oh, there it is there. 416-214-4875. That completes our session for today. Did I stop the recording? Oh boy, there is a question that somebody did ask. There we can go to hear you now. Oh, I see. Okay, that was way back a long time ago. So that's fine. Alrighty, and stop the recording.